Hello everyone, and welcome to my walkthrough of Divinity Original Sin. This is a turn-based RPG developed by Larian Studios, currently available on Steam, purchase. And I definitely would recommend this game if you like RPGs, if you like turn-based games, or even strategy games. It's a really good game. I've already finished this game at least a couple of times, so I definitely know how to do the quest and everything. So I wanted to make this a more informative walkthrough, just in case you're stuck on a quest or you have difficulties finishing a quest or something like that, or if you just want to look at a walkthrough of the game and just enjoy yourself. So hopefully you like it, and yeah, let's start a new game. Single player. It's just loading. Alright, so here we have two characters. So normally you can have a party up two characters up to four characters. We're gonna do a lone wolf walkthrough. And for those of you that don't know what lone wolf is essentially a talent that allows you to have more health and more action points, but precludes you from being able to have a follower. So each of them can have one follower. So Roger can have one and Scarlet can have one, and both of them are gonna have lone wolf. So we're only gonna stick with these two. So these two are gonna be the only ones in our party. You can choose classes: witch, wizard, battle mage, cleric, whatever, enchanter, fighter, knight, ranger, rogue, shadow blade, wayfarer. You can choose any class you want. You're not stuck with these classes. You can customize them. You can customize their appearance. You can also change the names. I'll just leave Scarlet and Roderick, and it's fine. You can customize everything. You can essentially customize the skills, talents, abilities, traits, everything. So here she will be. The only thing this affects is your starting gear. So if you go on Wayfarer, for example, here, you will get this type of gear, which is, I don't know, I think this is let's see, Shadow Blade. So you get like daggers and roguish gear or something like that. So she will be a wizard type of mage. She'll be wizard, witch wizard type of class or something. And he'll be like a battle mage type of class. So let's start customizing Scarlet first. Customize. So okay, so here you can, this is our avatar, you can change it. Let's see. We'll just keep, you want here? I don't know. Trying to choose. Oh, there you go. Okay, white, that's fine. AI. Now AI, you can change it: free spirit, priest, judge, maniac, rascal, knight, random, or loyal, or no AI. So AI, essentially what it does, it dictates how conversations go. So in game, there's a system where you will have to make choices, and when you make those choices, because you're controlling two characters, each of them can make their own choice. If you choose an AI personality, depending on the AI that you chose, they might disagree or agree with what you're saying. So if you want a more, I guess, dynamic type of discussions going, like dialogues and stuff going into the game, you can choose an AI based on what you want. For me, I'll choose no AI because essentially it makes it easier, especially like you're a one player person and you just want to choose something and just go with it. No AI just makes it so you get to choose what they say in dialogues. So, and the voice.
Careful now. That's a trap.
It's rogue.
I've spotted a trap.
Warrior.
Hold. Our enemies have laid a trap.
Wizard.
What could that have done?
So we'll choose rogue, that's fine. Golden touch, honey glow, that's fine. Head, oh, that's nice. Sure, we'll choose that. She has 3 little prongs. Hair. Sure, we'll choose that. And color. Sure, we'll choose that. That's nice. Alright, so she's like a wizard type of mage, whatever. Underwear. Okay. Whatever, this doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So this is for appearance, and here this is where we can customize the attributes, abilities, and talents. So let's customize this. This is the attributes. So everything starts at 5 normally. This is only 6 because she has a special talent that gives you an extra point in intelligence, but everything normally starts at 5, and you can spend 5 points. And total, including these 5 points, you'll be able to spend 15 points up to level 20. And if you continue leveling, I don't think you'll get any more levels past 20. So for her, we're gonna focus heavily on intelligence and also on constitution. Well, not heavily, but some in constitution, some in speed, and some in perception. So mostly intelligence. So starting off, intelligence is really good for a wizard because not only does it mean that your spells will do more damage, but it also reduces the cooldown of your spells. So usually cooldowns have, like, see this one for example, the cooldown is 2 turns. With a higher intelligence, you can essentially use it every turn. So the cooldown, how it works for intelligence, it's every 2 intelligence after 4. So like 6, 8, 10. Every, like, if you have 6 intelligence, your cooldown for all your spells is reduced by 1. So from the base cooldown, it's reduced by 1. So at 8 by 2, 10 by 2 by 3, and etc. So intelligence will go all the way up to 10 for her. Well, 11 with the know-it-all talent, but yeah, she'll have 10, and the rest can just say 5, 5, 5. This will help us immensely, especially at the beginning of the game, because we're gonna play on hard, and you get like a 25% reduction to health or something like that, or maybe 15%. But you get a reduction to health, and enemies have a lot more HP and more action points, and they're tougher and stuff like that. So we'll go with 10 intelligence to start. Let's go. We're gonna customize this afterwards. Let's go on abilities, defense. Yeah, we want willpower. This affects saving throws against magical and mental spells. So against being feared, muted, charmed, frozen, stunned, cursed, slowed, and petrified. We definitely want that for her. We also want bodybuilding for her, but at the beginning of the game, not really. We're gonna choose the bodybuilding afterwards as we level up. For skills, we definitely want Geomancer because she gets a nice summon. She can summon a spider, and this is essentially like earth and poison. This class here, and pyrokinetic, as it says pyro. This is essentially fire. Aerothurge is air and electricity and shock. Expert marksman is range, like a ranger. Hydrosophist is water spells and ice. Man at Arms is essentially your warrior skills. Scoundrel is your rogue assassin skills, and Witchcraft is witchcraft. It's your witch skills and stuff. You have summons here also. You have bleeding effects. You have buffs, and you have debuffs. So that's pretty good. So for her, we'll start with Geomancer, Pyrokinetic, and Hydrosophist. So we need 1 extra point. That we won't. Okay, bartering affects how low the prices you have to buy things from, and how high the prices you sell things to vendors. Charisma affects how people react towards you. It really affects more like the prices of stuff. It doesn't, and it helps you when you have rock paper scissors games. So rock paper scissors games is when you have dialogues and discussions. To win a dialogue or like a discussion or something like that, higher charisma will help you in the rock paper scissors games, and we'll see this when we actually get actually start the rock paper scissors game. So that was charisma. We don't need charisma, we need leadership. Leadership, it will give boosts to party members and friends that can see you. So this is really good, especially early game. Like for level 1, it boosts initiative and damage, and it won't boost it for her, but it will boost it for Roderick. And if Roderick has leadership, it will boost it for her. So this is really good, especially early game, to have this. And craftsmanship, not yet. She'll definitely be like our blacksmith, crafter, and lore master, and probably telekinesis as well. She'll probably have all of these. She'll be our dedicated, crafter, blacksmith, and stuff like that. But not right now. This is more late game type of thing. This is more to sell things and identify weapons. Blacksmith is just to craft armor. Crafting is just to craft leather armor and robes. Lore master is to identify objects, and it also reveals enemy stats to us, and telekinesis just allows us to grab items from further away. So telekinesis isn't really useful, but it can be useful. Nasty deeds is lockpicking. allow you to pick lock, pickpocketing, allow to steal. Pickpocketing, you can only steal from characters once in game. And you have a certain limit of how much you can steal. So you have a limit of how much gold you can steal and the weight of items that you can steal. And you can only do it for every character once. So if you pickpocket someone once, you can't do it again. So it's not really useful. It's not really useful. Sneaking is just to get past enemies. It's not a bad skill, you know, but again, not really useful. All these skills are not really good, just not really good. So we have Mormon Titan Point that we put in Hydrosophist, and this will, especially early game, it will give us a nice healing spell. That's what we choose it. We can go to talents now. Far Out Man, it increases the range of skills. It increases the range of skill by 2 meters in scrolls, spells and scrolls. Only spells. It doesn't work on warrior skills or stuff like that. It's only spells like Aerothurge and Pyrokinetic, etc. Know it all. This is the talent that gave us 1 extra point in intelligence, but it also decreases the attitude of people by 20. So it's not really good. Against for talents, talents are the most important things in the game. It goes from like talents, abilities, and then attributes, or talents, attributes, and abilities. Yeah, I think that's better. Because you only have 7 talents that you can choose from, all the way to level 20. Level 20 is a cap. You only have 7 talents that you can choose from. So talents are probably the most important part of character creation and character building. So we don't want know-it-all. Wildman maybe. We definitely know that they want, both of them have to be lone wolves. So this is what it does. It gives us a 80% bonus to a base fatality, and 2 bonus to recovery and maximum AP, and an extra ability point on level up. So this will be really useful. This is like making the game a little bit harder. It's not necessary to do this. It actually makes the game harder for yourself, but I've already finished the game a couple times. I finished it on Lone Wolf before, but just to be a little more challenging and maybe more entertaining and interesting. The Lone Wolf is pretty good. And for her, we can get Leech. It heals you when standing in blood. So when a cat, not magic. Magic doesn't make you bleed, except if it's like a witchcraft spell that makes you bleed. But magic normally doesn't make you bleed. Usually melee attacks and range attacks, like ranger attacks, like bows and stuff, make you bleed. So if you stand in blood, you'll heal. It used to be really overpowered before, but now they patched it down a little bit so that Leech, it does less healing and it only heals you during your turn. So they patched it down, but it's still pretty good. For her right now, we don't need Leech. We'll definitely want to pick it up later, but for now, Pet Pal is actually pretty good too. Enables you to talk to animals. This is essential if you want to complete some quests. There's certain quests that you need with a Pet Pal talent for. Let's see, our recovery 20%. That's just for, I guess, for a ranger. We don't have a ranger ability, so it gives us 50% more damage against enemies that are slowed, cripples, or knocked down. This is pretty good for a warrior. Courageous is a fear. We'll have immunity to fear with traits, so we don't really need this. I mean, this is not bad. Escapist. Oh man, we definitely want that. Start doing. And we'd all each. Not bad. This is not bad either. Pack mule, more weight. That's not necessary. We do need this for some skills. Yeah, this is definitely something that we need for skills. Politician. This is not bad, but it also loses us a point in intelligence, so not necessary. Gives you a bonus point in blacksmithing and 1 in crafting. Some people might be tempted to take that because it's like 2 extra points, but again, talents are the most important part, and abilities are not that important compared to talents. So usually don't spend any talent points in things that increase your abilities or your attributes. Not necessary, because you get more attribute points and more ability points as you level up. Stench. This is actually pretty good for a mage, but it also decreases everyone's attitude towards you. It's hit or miss. You can make an argument for choosing it or not choosing it, but I won't choose it for now. Yeah, this is not bad, but it also reduces positive status's effects, like duration, so not necessary. The rush, that's okay. And zombie, you might be tempted, but you won't be able to use normal healing spells to heal her. So we'll go with Wildman for now. We definitely want her to pick up Pet Pal afterwards, and Leech also. Talents is good, abilities are good, attributes are good. Now skills, Flare. Flare is definitely something that we want. Burning Touch isn't bad either, but Flare we want some good damage there. For Geomancer we want Summon Spider. And let me show you the skills. So this is Burning Touch, this is Flare. Summon Spider allows us to summon a spider, and it gets a boost, a 10% boost from high intelligence. And I think it's just the spider stats that gets like a 10% boost. Midnight Oil is pretty good to slow enemies. This is something that you can really use effectively, and you can also set it on fire, so not bad. And this is a Poison Dart. It's just to poison your enemies. This isn't really useful early games because most enemies that you'll encounter early games are immune to poison, like zombies, or like yeah, zombies are immune. They actually heal from poison. Skeletons, they're immune to poison, and spiders and stuff like that. Early game, this isn't really good. So we'll take the spider to have like, this is essentially giving us 3 characters, like 3 party members, essentially. So not bad. And then the third one will be Hydrosophis. It will be minor heal. These are healing spells. So this is how we start for her. For Scarlet, pretty good. We'll accept this, and everything looks good. Perfect. This is her, and now we go to Roderick, and he'll be, as I said, a battle mage, but we won't choose the battle mage class. They have it here because the this is cloth armor, and it's not really good. We don't really, it's not like necessary. We can just choose a knight class here. Why? The reason, normally he'll be a battle mage, so he'll have a shield and a sword. Normally early games, shields are not really good. They're not good because they don't provide a lot of blocking chance. They like provide maybe 5 to 10% early game, and it's, you know, there's not a lot of chance to block. So we won't choose shields for now. We'll choose a 2-handed sword because it will provide more damage for us, even though it's at the cost of 1 extra action point, but it's more damage, so it's pretty good. And again, we can customize it just as we did with Scarlet. Male and avatar. Choose this one, that's fine. No AI again, same thing as Scarlet. And
perhaps I can detonate that explosive from a distance.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
Perhaps I can detonate that explosive from a distance. Better to detonate that mine.
What can I cook up?
which is the same thing. We'll try to make them as matching as we can. Honey glow, it's fine. Head. Wait, I think I missed it. Right, this, because it has like 3 things there, and she has 3 things, that's why. It doesn't really affect anything. Sure, they will have her up. Sure. Yeah. Alright, so that's good for appearance. Now we customize the skills. Same thing here. So go down all the way. See, all 5, and then we get 5, and then we get 10 more when we level up. So up to a total of 15 points. So for him, because he's a battle mage, we want to invest in strength, intelligence, some constitution, some speed, and some perception. Oh, so strength is just increases chance to hit with strength-based weapon. Dexterity we don't really need. It's just for scoundrel skills. So it's for elemental and witchcraft spells. Pretty good. Constitution is more HP and more vitality if you want, and more action points. Speed is movement speed, initiative, and how many action points you can use in combat, and perception, critical chance, starting action point, and that is it. So these 2, they affect the action points. This also, this is just a max action points that we have in combat, and these 2 affect essentially how many action points we start with, and how many we can use in actually use in combat, and how many we generate every turn. Once we start, I'll go to the character screen and I'll explain it better. But for now, we'll just choose strength. For him, again, we'll go 10 strength. And you don't have to, you know, follow this exactly. This is just how I like to do it generally. The reason we go with 10 strength is because a lot of the armor, not weapons necessarily, but a lot of the armor require high strength, and we want to give him as much armor as we can early game so that he can be as beefy as possible. The weapons they usually require level and strength, but more level. So you're kind of restricted in terms of weapons, but armor is mostly strength, except for a warrior base armor. For rangers, it's dexterity, and for mages, it's intelligence. Now skills. Well, let's go with abilities first. Weapons, not two-handed. Normally, at the end of the game, we're gonna get single-handed. So, and we'll also have an extra one, which is Tenebrium. I won't go into it again, but you know, just to keep that in mind. Armor specialist, bodybuilding. So armor specialist for him is really good because it improves the armor rating by 5% and decreases the movement penalty that we get from heavy armor by 20%. Usually it puts weight on you, so you move, like when you're moving, you can't move as far as if you had no armor or like cloth armor. So this is really good to be able to move more, to be more mobile in combat. Bodybuilding, again, same thing as Scarlet, just against knockdown, burning, crippled, and stuff like that. And we want willpower for him. We won't go. Shield specialist increases blocking by 5% every level. This is pretty good when you're using a shield. You can go all the way up, I think, to level 7, or level 6 or level 7, to have like 35% block chance, which is pretty good. Like especially coupled with a shield that has a high blocking chance, you can go all the way up to 80%. That's the cap, or 70% or 80% is the cap. Late game, this will be really useful. Like enemies will not be able to touch you if you invest heavily in shield specialist. So yeah, that's it. This is willpower. So 3 for them. Skills, for now we'll just go with man at arms, with 1 level in man at arms. For him, we want to go with witchcraft. We'll go maybe to level 4. Level 5 witchcraft, the only thing that it gives you is invulnerability. It's a pretty decent spell, but I don't really use it. I didn't really use it in any other games, other gameplays that I did. And IO third, this also gives you a nice teleport skill. So for a warrior to set him up nicely, this is good. And we'll also dip and scoundrel. We get 1 dip in scoundrel and 1 dip in hydrosophis. And we'll see the reason why afterwards. This is just for healing. It provides 2 good healing spells, and at level 1. And scoundrel, this is for mobility. So, and the skills that we're gonna choose don't require you to have daggers. Most of the skills in the scoundrel tree require you to have daggers, but the skills that we're gonna use for the dip don't require you to have daggers, so that's good. Personality, we'll go with leadership again. This is for Scarlet. It boosts her initiative and her damage, 10% damage and 5 initiative. Pretty good. Talents again. So we already saw these. The thing that we need to see was we need Lone Wolf, definitely. Morning Person, full health. That's not bad. Opportunist is really good. Basically, how this works is that if you're close enough to an enemy and the enemy decides to move away from you, so like move, if let's say he was fighting an enemy and then the enemy wants to aggro Scarlet, what he'll do is that he'll perform an attack during their turn. He'll perform an attack and attack them, and it might hit. If it hits, sometimes it's really useful. You can actually take care of a lot of enemies that way without even wasting action points. So that's really good. But for him to start off with, we'll go with Leech, because he'll be in the thick of battle a lot and he'll be bleeding a lot, so he'll be able to heal himself naturally and just automatically without wasting any action points. That's pretty good. Already got abilities and talents, strength, and now skills. So here we definitely want Battering Ram. It's Battering Ram or Crushing Fist. I prefer Battering Ram to start the game with. It's pretty good. We have that. Cure Wounds is a healing spell. It can essentially heal us or another ally, but it has a very short range. So, but that's pretty good to just heal. And then the third one we want is Dust Devil. The reason we picked Dust Devil is because you can't buy it in game, and there's no skill books for this skill. You can't find it anywhere. The only way you can get it is at character creation. So to not lose it, just select it here. And one cool thing you can do is there's a skill that you can later acquire in game that's called Whirlwind, and you can essentially use them in tandem to do about 210% damage to your enemies in 1 turn. This will be really useful with Whirlwind. So those are our skills. Attributes are good. Abilities, talents are good. So that's good. This is good. Good. All right. So these are our characters, Roderick and Scarlet. So yeah, we're ready to jump into the game. Yes, I'm sure.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Rivellon cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Rivellon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The cam wants you up on deck. Hear them gulls? Means we're close to shore. I don't envy you going there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry and out for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
So as we just saw, that was the intro to Divinity Original Sin. So as it was revealed there, we're actually source hunters. It's a little play on words. So, and we're hunting sorcerers. So we've learned there's like a murder that's happening in a city called Sicil, and our job is just to investigate it for now, and also take care of these orcs that are attacking the city. So here we go. Click anywhere. So to move, we can just either hold the mouse or just click like this. And to reveal, okay, let's keep moving. So here, I'm actually pressing Alt to reveal what can be picked up. You see there? And let's pick up this. And well, I've set it up differently, but press E to access inventory. This is our inventory right now. And we can also switch characters, just like this. Now we're controlling her. This is the leadership buff that we get. Initiative and damage. So we can actually open these, but I won't open them for now. There's a reason for this, but let's just keep going for now.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Okay, they were just talking there. This is a scroll. Allows us to...
What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage?
Sorry, I was heckled there. This is a rain scroll. It just allows us to, cast a spell called Rain to create water surfaces. Pretty useful. Thank you. And we can search this guy. Gives us a journal. Let's read what the journal says. So our journal updated, so we have a quest available. So, of course, you can just read it, pause it, and read it. I already read all of them, so not necessary. Alright, so this is actually, that's quick save. And here, this is the discussion this is social interaction, the dialogue and stuff. So this is what the discussions were. essentially what we can do is that we can talk to one another, and depending on what we choose, it will give us traits, and these traits will give us, you know, increases to our abilities or increases to our talents or skills or whatever, depending on the choices that we make. So I've already played the game before, and I kind of know what choices I want to make it affect my traits well, to like really tailor to my playstyle. So the choices won't necessarily be good or bad. They'll just be optimized so that my characters get good traits, essentially. So so sometimes they might be bad, sometimes they might be good. So, but they're just optimized to get good traits. So, here we go. How could someone be always so naive? This is Roderick talking. This is Scarlet. That's what she asked, and for him, we want him to be romantic and her to be pragmatic, and we'll see what they do afterwards. So we'll choose one, and we'll read things. You can just read this if you want. For a measured steep, so she says no. So he gets the romantic trait, and she gets a pragmatic trait. So we go to character, and those are traits. So the romantic trait, what it does is that it increases lucky charm by 1. If we go to abilities, we go to personality, lucky charm. So this is what lucky charm does for us. Make extra treasure and improves your offense rate. It's pretty good. This is why I left the crate at the beginning, because I want my lucky charms to be, you know, maybe to 3 before, because that crate is known to actually drop really good stuff. I think I found a very rare drop in it at the beginning of the game once. So I'll leave them for after and maybe get back to them afterwards when my lucky charm is a lot better, to maybe increase my chances of finding better items. That's why I did that. And so yeah, and pragmatic, which is what Scarlet had, this one. What it does is that it increases crafting by 1. So if we go to abilities and craftsmanship, she gets crafting by 1 just because of the trait. That's why I'm optimizing the traits to better suit their characters, right? Tailor their characters and stuff. So yeah, that's why. Alright, so let's keep going. I can open these, but not now. I'm actually holding the alt tab, so.
Curses upon them, source hunters! Secure the stone! I'll deal with these rats. Goddess be with you, master! Rise, arise, drawn forth from blood. I bid you aid.
So this is the combat. This is the explanation for the combat. So it's turn-based and you use action points. We'll go into it. The reason why the camera moves like this is because we have dynamic combat enabled. So let's go into options real quick and change that. Game. Alright. This one. And unlock rotation actually allows you to rotate completely. Normally you wouldn't be able to rotate. You would just have like a certain angle towards which you can, like around which you can rotate, but I like it unlocked. So apply, accept, back, resume. So this is our first battle. We have here a cursor, and this is just a mid attacker, another mid attacker, and this is a range attacker. So normally what we want to do is always take care of the range attackers first, whether they be mages or archers, because they're the ones that can deal the most damage. So here with battering ram, what we can do, set it up nicely so we can hit all 3 of them when they're red. That means we're actually hitting them. So we get all 3. We go in the middle there and attack them. And he actually took care of both of them. So that's pretty good. And there's only him left, and he's knocked down for 1 turn, as you can see there. Knocked down for 1 turn. We don't have enough action points, which are these right there, to complete this. So we can finish our turn. Now it's her, and she can just use a spell to attack him. And that's it. So that was our first battle. Very easy, very simple.
The
Even
leech
hard,
said
but
something about a
it'll
school
definitely get a
bus.
lot harder,
Stolen from
believe me.
this dungeon, I imagine.
And
Inside?
now we can go in the dungeon. This is a tutorial dungeon, so let's just keep going. And here we are. A bone there. There. So we can, as it says, use just CTO control and attack the chest to open it. And we get some gold. That's nice. And a vase, nothing in there. So we can move objects around. So we can just throw that around there. And this is affected by how much strength you have. So, or telekinesis. So this is another use for strength. You can just open them. Grab a pitchfork from that one. So let's keep going. There's a mine here. If we had a ranger, we could. So if we had a ranger, we could just attack it and explode it. But since we don't have a ranger, we can just go around it, or we can. Something else we can do. Let me just check these. We can actually put this on top of it and trigger it. Boom. Okay, well, that sucks. We got it there for a little bit, but keep going. So this chest is locked, but if we press Alt, we get the key. It's not hiding under there. Now we can open it, and we have lucky find. See, this is a good reason to have lucky find. Check this. Keep going. Nothing else here. All right. This.
It could be a myth, or it could be all out there.
There's echo in this. Never noticed that before. Normally I like to check all the vases, all the crates and stuff. You guys can let me know if you rather me do it or not. I just like to be thorough, but I don't really mind not checking all of them. I mean, it's just a habit of mine. So we have parchment that we can read. They're just giving us a tip on how to proceed in the cave. I already know how to do it, so that's fine. Nothing there really. And again, another locked chest. But, there we go, we have lockpicks there. So how we use them is that we go in the inventory and here are all the lockpicks. We double click it and we go in the chest and open it. And voila! And we got some gold, 66 gold, that's pretty good. Let's keep going. See, this allows me to like rotate completely when you unlock the rotation. Normally you would be able to, you know, do it around an angle like this. Let's keep going. So here we can, this is the tip that we had from the tomb. So to keep doing this. And we, alright, so we got this. Yeah, if we press against walls, we can actually see behind the walls. Well, we can, you know, and like see almost behind the wall. Anyways. So here we have a locked door. If we try to open it, we can't. You know, so we can attack it. Alright, so let's keep going. We have a resistance portion here. Just telling us to quick save. We can do this. This. Here. Got that rain scroll. So essentially what I said is that we can, the water barrels here, they can put out this fire around here. So we can just attack the water barrels. Actually, we should just use Scarlet to do this, because we don't want to damage his weapon just yet. And number 4 actually is just a normal Staff of Madness. You can just use it like a normal attack for staffs. It actually takes the element of your staff, so that's good to know. Alright. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? I apologize for that. Alright, that should be good. Alright, let's keep going here. Here we have a chest. This is a a chest. It's locked. Oh, that's a trap. You can just go around. Normally they would they're just gonna avoid them by themselves, so that's fine. It's locked. Okay, so we have to find the key, and if I press Alt, it's not here, but we have a trap disarm toolkit. Normally I don't use these, but just to show it, we can double click and disarm the trap. There you go. And the key is in there, so press no. And we have just some knockdown arrows. That's pretty good. They sell for a lot of money, so that's still useful. And we can go here, keep exploring. And we have a fireball scroll here. Yeah, we can use to take care of this these poison clouds, but since we have Scarlet and she has a flare, she can just shoot it. And we can save that fireball scroll. It's pretty good. Let's keep going. I've already done that, but thank you for the tip. Alright, and there's a chest here. Now there's a smoke cloud. Smoke clouds are really annoying at times because they can preclude you from attacking opponents like that are standing in them, and they can also hide items. Like when items drop on the ground, if there were items there and there was a smoke cloud, even if you press Alt, you won't see them. So we have to remember that. Now we can actually close this. Keep going. Alright. Oh, I forgot to go there. Yep, let's go here. Lockpicks here again. Nothing there. We have the key for that door, so we can just open it. Normally you can use just these lockpicks to open the door, so. Let's keep going. And you can always press just home to zoom into your characters and just recenter the camera. Lock, let's keep going. That's good. Nothing in these, so that's pretty good. This is another trap that we can see. We can just place something on it and it will dissipate this poison. And here we can, oh my gosh, she got poison. Worse. We can just, normally they move around it. I don't know how she just got poison again. But normally they just move around it if they can, if this place. Alright, so normally they go around like hazardous surfaces if there's space, but I don't know, she didn't go around it. That's fine. So what they said is that we can toggle sneak mode. And he can actually go like by himself and she'll just stay there. He can go there and then try to sneak around them. I think there's a dialogue that they... But, you know, it's really... Oh no. Okay, well, she came here. So it doesn't matter, I just won't go in there. And reserve some of this. They won't really move, they're slowed, so it doesn't really affect anything. She can just set the ground on fire. They're sitting on oil, so it slows them down. See, they're slowed because they were on the oil, and we can set it on fire. So do this. Now they're burning. He's not burning. That's interesting. And because of Lone Wolf, we get a lot more action points, so we can actually also summon our spider right here. And And now the spider's here. 60% chance to hit. Not too good, but you can just say I don't want him to get burned. Burning him. So when a target is burning, they actually take more damage from fire-based attack and take less damage from hydrosurface, like water and ice-based attack. So we can just finish this guy probably. Here we go. 23. And that's it for her. And we can just attack this guy. Miss, of course. That's fine. And she can just attack again. And he should die. Alright. So now pick up this. All these are broken, so that's fine. Alright. We can just go. Now these are pressure plates. We can just put things on them. Like so. And it opens the door. Voila. Let's keep going. Here we have like a little loot table. Arrow, arrow shafts. Arrow shafts are used to make arrows with crafting skill. We'll do that later. Got a golden cup. Oh, that's good. They sell for a lot of money, so. So what this is saying is that we can split our characters up. So if I drag her away from him, see there's no chain. Normally there's a chain there. So that means that if he moves, she moves with him. And if I drag it away, now they're split. So he can actually go stand on this pressure plate right here. And she doesn't follow him. And switch to her and she moves on this pressure plate. Nice little puzzle. And this opens up. So now they can go and we relink them. That's nice. Alright, so here. Actually heal a little bit. Just in case we get enemies. And let's keep moving. That's an auto save, so you can be sure there's gonna be something's gonna go down. And indeed something is going down. So someone stole something from him. That's called the bloodstone. So ask him who he is. Tell us who he is. Bloodstone. He does not. We don't know what that is. And we tell him we met some people. Okay. And we said we would take release, but he wants to attack us anyways. So first things first, the archers. So battering ram. We can maybe take both. Let's see. We can definitely attack this guy. If we can. Nope, we can't. Alright, so we want to take care of one of the archers first. Since she is on this side and she will summon a spider to block him, we'll take care of this guy first. So we failed the knockdown, that's fine. But he's blocking her off. It's her turn. And we can summon spider around here. So he will, block any arrows that come from this guy, and he'll probably take the aggro of Rage Queen. So summon him right here. And the spider is a little fast, so he'll probably act before the two archers. That's fine. But Rage Queen will act first, but that's okay. Oh, actually, he went toward this guy. Alright, that's fine. But he's bleeding. See, so there's leech. Leech will allow us to actually heal without free of action points. So he can take care of this archer. Oh wow, that worked better than expected. Alright, good. Oh, he moved just see now this. You see this little circle on the ground with a sword. This is the opportunist. So if I move away from this guy, he'll actually attack me free of charge. So he'll attack me without spending any action points, and he'll be like a normal attack. So I can't actually attack this guy normally. So I'm gonna have to focus on him, and I attacked him, and I can have another attack. And okay, so he's almost dead actually. That's pretty good. It's her turn. She can actually focus on this guy and take him before he runs away. Boom, that's nice. Now he attacks us. That's fine. And oh, not enough action points. Alright, that's okay. Now you see this sign on top of his head? That means that he's flanked. And as you can see there, it says -10 defense, so he has less of a chance to avoid attack. So our chance of hitting him should go up because he's flanked. Now here we have 90% chance. And there you go. Oh yeah, of course. He's not completely dead. Of course. His ghost is up. He's not flanked anymore. Because this guy moved. That's fine. And we still attacked. Okay. Alright. So that was good. That was pretty good. This battle went a little bit easier than normal because we have Lone Wolf. We have a lot more HP and we have more action points, but normally it wouldn't be that easy. Because this dungeon is designed for only 2 players. Like to have 2 party members. So. One door. And we're done. That was a tutorial in character creation. That was pretty good. And now that we're done. So, yeah, so thank you for sticking around and watching my first video of Divinity Original Sin. We just finished the character creation and tutorial area. Next episode we'll go to Sicil and continue. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.